Anybody, by the way, can represent themselves
Yeah.
in court.
Yo, bannayuganda bonna abalaba Uganda waka tubaniriza nate leero tugenda kwogera Luzungu time English tuli ku kekekelo tugenda kumanya amateeka kye ki gwe wena ayagala okumanya amateeka ayagala okusoma ayagala okuyiga subscribe right now, get your cup of tea, follow me. Yes, nabagamba tugenda kuba tumanya bannayuganda bonna abawangalire Kenya balina kye bakoze. Tugenda kyalirako omukwano gwaffe tumukyaliddeko actually bamutadde omwine Joseph Mwine naye nga nze mwayitira Jo, brother Jo munnamateeka mukulu, one of the senior counsels we have in Nairobi, agenda kuba tusomesa mateeka leero. Kwogera Luzungu naye munsabire Luzungu lusumwanye ekiro naye. Before that, subscribe to this channel. Yes, na ekikopo kya chai, sit down, enjoy the show. Thank you very much, my people. Mbaniriza nnyo abalaba program eno Uganda waka nawe nabasuubiza muweza wa Pacific nga bulijjo ngenda kuba mbalaniza bannayuganda ab'enjawulo ababeera mu Kenya muno tuwayeemu batusomeseemuko. Today we are going to learn. It's about law. Get ready, law class. Computer lawyer, silly lawyer, I'm not your lawyer, but program yaffe neteekebwamu ssente, use of plumbing and construction services. Bano bakola amazzi aga buli kika. They are good at plumbing. Bakubireko ku namba y'essimu 0706 542937 oba 0729 075249. Yusuf Plumbing and Construction Services. You can find them in Nairobi, Kampala, Ethiopia, Tanzania, East and Central Africa. So now we are going to start our program. We are located in Nairobi. Right now we are in Westlands. Abamanyi Nairobi, Westlands is one of the posh places. Yes, Nairobi, Kenya. Tuline mukwano gwange, my brother. Yeah, he's a Ugandan. Agenda tuwulira. Sijja gamba nti lawyer, advocate, simanyi. Thank you very much for this opportunity, bro.
And thank you for having me.
Good to have you, bro. Thank you very much for welcoming us in this beautiful office.
Karibu.
Kindly, babulira amannya go.
Asante. My name is Joseph Mwine, but I go by Jo Mwine. There's a lot of people know me by Jo Mwine. It's my common moniker. Right now we're at LKK Law Offices. In full, that's Lee Kwesiga Kiprono Advocates LLP. I'm a Ugandan. I came this side. I came to Nairobi in 2016 to do Kenya School of Law. Those who have dealt with a few lawyers here and there know that there's something in Uganda called LDC. So I came to do the other version of LDC, the Kenyan version of LDC, and I ended up liking the ambience and practice in Kenya as compared to that in Uganda. So I ended up staying, met up with a few like-minded individuals, and we started this private practice of ours.
Okay. Thank you very much, Joe. Joe, you came to Kenya in 2016.
Yes.
Are you married here?
I know, not yet.
What are you waiting for?
The right time, 2025.
2025. 2025 is far, but anyway, thank you very much, bro, for your introduction. So, Joe, you've said that wajja kusoma wano. I'm going to be more of Luganda 60%, 40 English. Thank you very much, because our viewers, the bigger market. So, Joe, when I was starting this program, I really wanted to help and educate the community, the society we are living in. So I want that guy, boda guy, the mama mboga, those vendors, the hawkers. I want them to like at least bwalaba video yange avewo nga alina kyafunyemu. Yeah, kubanga these people, this guy Makagaba is my brother. He's an engineer. Already amanyi. So I really want to okuyambako na baadhi abakola ki abatamanyi. Jo, LDC oba Kenya School of Law. Kiki kibasomesaayo totasome Makerere kubanga if you go to Makerere nze mbadde manyi when you go to Makerere ogenda omala mate ogenda ove Makerere ng'ofuse lawyer ng'oyingira court. Is it a must you must go to LDC?
Kati ekintu ekya LDC LDC ne undergraduate oba campus byawukanamu. Kati bw'omala campus when you finish your 4 years of law school you become what they call a lawyer. That's the general term for anybody who has completed a degree in law. Yes. But now when you finish a degree in law, you have to get what is called a certificate to practice, a license to practice in court. So now you have to do a further course. It's called the Advocates Training Program. That is for Kenya. In Uganda, it's called a diploma in legal practice. So that is what is done at LDC and at Kenya School of Law. Now, when you graduate from such a school, you become what is called an advocate. The difference between a lawyer and an advocate is that an advocate.
Katusumbu sanga ba boda bode basibine set bagamba lawyer ye muntu abera mu court. So kusomese
nenga batufu
isi batufu na wati batia nawe
batufu sorry so advocate yoli ayinza okurepresenting omuntu mu court. Lawyer muntu amaze law school. Kati bw'omala law school ne weeyongerayo for that further diploma to be able to practice before the courts. So for the court to recognize you as an advocate or to hear your voice, that's what they usually say in the courts. The court can only hear you when you're an advocate.
Okay. But what's the advocate?
Advocates. Now, after the 4 years, you do 1 extra year.
Uganda, Kenya?
No, kati Uganda, they do 1 year, and within that year they also have the attachment. So you're attached to a certain firm and you do some bit of practice here and there, but here you do attachment of 6 months after the 1 year, but it's also still supervised by the school.
Okay, so kati jo chembuza ogambi ekikutwala mu law school after university, after college, after university, after Makerere, after Nairobi University, ekikutwala mu LDC oba mu Kenya Law School kubeera ng'osobola representing omuntu mu court. Inze maze amateeka gange e Makerere, I'm done, I'm a lawyer, right? Can't I represent myself?
Anybody, by the way, can represent themselves in court. In the Constitution, you have there's what they call the Bill of Rights. The Bill of Rights is articles in the Constitution that mention how the rights that you as a person or a citizen of a certain country are going to enjoy. One of them is a fair trial. So when it comes to a fair trial, trial is going to court or having a case before court. What happens in court is what Chemuita court case, it's trial. So having a fair trial, one of the things that is involved in having a fair trial is the right to representation. So you can either represent yourself or you ask for a lawyer to be given to you or you hire your own.
But sorry, I have right to be heard.
Yes, okay. You have the right to a fair trial and the right to be heard by court. So you can either represent yourself or you get an advocate to represent you.
Okay, if I represent myself, how many chances do I have to win that case? Again, it's a lawyer. 0%.
0. No, but you see, I'll let you know that a good case is a good case, a bad case is a bad case.
Okay.
Yes. So no matter how great the lawyer may be, if at all you killed a person, the other lawyer who is defending the person who killed has a bad case. If the evidence is too overwhelming, even if you represent yourself, you might be able to win that case. Yes. So a good case is a good case, a bad case is a bad case.
Suit, something suit.
Yeah.
What's the difference between a suit and a petition?
Okay, so generally, when a matter is in court, like we've had a disagreement and you file a matter in court, it's referred to as a suit.
Okay.
Yeah, a suit, a case, a petition.
It's the same.
Yes, it's the same. It just depends on what kind of problem you want the court to solve.
Okay.
Yes. So like a petition is used when you want to assert your rights. So like say you feel like as a media person they've gagged you, the government has gagged you. So you file a constitutional petition for you to assert your right for freedom of speech.
Yo, ebyokwogera tulina bingi, guys. As you watch, this is going to be so nice, sweet, and educative. So it's going to be edutainment, education and entertainment combined together. So, Joe, abantu bambuliza ebibuuzo byonna ebibuuzo byo ssebo. Followers baffe batulaba. Thank you very much, guys, for watching. Shout out to my brother Makagaba. Thank you very much for watching. Makagaba is in Nairobi. Lasto is in New York, also watching us. Thank you very much. Pase, Frank, they are in Kampala, Uganda. No, Frank is in Nairobi. Pase is in Kampala. Thank you very much. Shout out to my videographer, Essie, camera lady. She's so amazing. Thank you very much, Essie, for the good work you're doing. Bantu bambuliza ebibuuzo Jo. Lwaki baloya babira smart? Mutemanya t-shirt. Can you go to court in t-shirts? Oba short, no yambala short, you no rumba mu court.
No, not really. So we are guided by a set of principles that are set by the highest court in the land, usually rather the president of the highest court of the land, which is the Chief Justice. So the Chief Justice gives out what are called practice rules. Then also there are also advocates rules in practice. So these rules dictate exactly how we're supposed to dress. Yes. So you cannot just how you're supposed to dress in court. Outside court is a totally different issue.
Hey Joe, muba smart nnyo. Suuti biki.
Yes. Now you see, fortunately or unfortunately, our profession will sell ourselves by image. We're not allowed to put advertisements on billboards.
Hey, you're not allowed?
No. We're not allowed to advertise on cars or like on TV.
As if you are saying,
yes. So our
Samona Jerry.
Our advertisement is through our image. So you sell yourself by image.
Now,
would you want to hire a lawyer who looks like
me? Like just sell me like me. like I've seen your office. When you come in, you can tell. Take photo chili high class. So quiet, so clean. They are LOKK low. What is LOP?
Limited liability partnership.
Limited liability partnership. Banza liability chimanchi nasomako. Liability. Gubanga like it's like echizibu. Echizibu joli. It's like a burden.
Yes.
It's like a law, something like that. Doesn't bring money, doesn't like it's a liability.
Now you're looking at liability in the economic sense of it.
Okay.
So now usually when you want to operate a business, you have in Kenya there are different business vehicles, what we call business vehicles, that you can use to make your money. You can start your own small business by registering a business name. You can register a company. Or you can register a partnership. Now companies, which are called limited liability company, then those ones limited by guarantee. Now the partnership, when they say limited liability partnership, but partners bonna by now, like in case we're supposed to close rather to cease operations, we still owe people money. I will only be limited to my liability to those people will be limited to as much as I contributed or as much as our agreement.
Okay. Okay. So kati wetaba limited company ebachi. What's the other term?
So you can have a company a limited by either guarantee or by I keep forgetting the other, but yes, you can have a limited company or one limited by guarantee.
So Joe, ebbanga lumaze ngo practicing amateeka Kenya. like njawulo ki eri mu mateeka ga Kenya n'aga Uganda? What's the difference? Can you represent someone in Uganda?
Not yet, but by next year I will be able to represent because I'll have gotten my practicing certificate for Uganda.
So over the lawyer, it's not a guarantee that you can represent someone from Madam Mayibo Omanya Mateka, or lawyer Kenya, or you can represent people in Kenyan courts. The same. You can go to Uganda and do the same.
Okay, so let me give you an example. You can drive a car. You can drive a car here, but do you meet the standard of being issued a driving license in the UK? You may not.
No.
Yes. So it's almost like it's the judiciary that side also has to give you. They have to say that you meet our standard, and therefore you're able to practice in this other country. And then now there's countries that are on a different system entirely. Countries like US or countries with who were originally colonized by France. They're on what is called the Francophone system. So the way we practice it here.
Naye Joe bino bibogera simanya olwo ebigambo barista solicitor bye biki naye abaloya nga gwe oba ye barista abale masters sina kitegeera bantu bakyogera nnyo barista balometa barista
so waliwo barista ne wabeerawo solicitor. So those ones operate in UK. Even us here in Kenya and Uganda, we kind of operate on the same system. It's called common law systems. Those are Commonwealth countries. They all operate on the same kind of law. But now the difference is in the UK, you have two kinds of advocates. You have a solicitor and you have a barrister. Now they do two different programs. LDC yabwe. There's the barrister's training program, then there's the solicitor's training program. Katenja ukana is that a solicitor would be now like a normal lawyer like me. You get in the UK. Me, I talk to the clients, I draw up a case, then I give it to the barrister. The barrister is the one who represents people in court in the UK. Kati, the difference is here, as an advocate in Uganda, Kenya, we handle both. There's nothing like a barrister or solicitor. So we are both the barrister. We're both the barrister and the solicitor at the same time.
Banange program yo nange nsobedde tuli mu kusoma ebigambo biiti na barrister solicitor. Lwaki baloya omuntu aba balifalingako mwelifalingako mu court? Land friend akagamba ako mpulira nga kanyumira. Land friend sisobola kuyita linnya lyo nti Jo mu court musango.
Kale, the thing is, chiringa, like, it's almost like in the army. You cannot reply to a lieutenant like, yes, Pacific. No, yes, lieutenant, yes, colonel, yes, major. You get? So as we refer to ourselves, so that, in court, you're always supposed to try and maintain a modicum of respect for each other and everyone that is in the court. So my learned friends, even if, and at times they can even use it when I want to make a negative remark about you.
You prepare him in a positive way. You're going to
irony. Just throw some irony inside.
You smear some movie, someone yet you're going to slap.
Yes.
So do you have ranks within you guys? Like in Kenya, I hear people calling themselves Senior Counsel. Is it a rank?
Yes. There's ranks. There's only 2 ranks. So first of all, let's first understand. There's what they call the bench. That is the judges. Then there's the bar. That is us. Now the lawyers. So in the bar,
there's a group I am jendimu. Waliwo omuntu yasoma n'amala amateeka. Ne bamugamba welcome to the bar. I was almost saying, which one do you take? Tequila. So bar kitegeeza ki bar. The same spelling.
The bar is the collective name for the Association of Lawyers. The bench is the collective name for Association of Judicial Officers. So the bar is us guys, then they are the bench. Now in the bar, like when you're being welcomed to the bar, when you've completed Kenya School of Law or LDC, you're now enrolled to the role of advocates, and we'll say, welcome to the bar.
So, Joe.
Oh, yeah, you asked about the hierarchy.
Yes,
so on the bar,
what makes you senior counsel?
It's under the practice standards, you have to have at least 10 years in practice.
Okay.
You have to have some really, really good track record behind you.
Like, what do you mean by that? Losing cases or winning cases?
Winning cases. Yeah, you have to maybe have been a part of, say, like a reform policy or something of the sort. Yeah. So every now and then they choose, but the senior councils, I think, can't be more than 20 at a go.
In a country?
Yes, in a country.
Are you
they
serious?
Can't be more than 20 senior councils. If I'm right, but it's around 20. But
yeah, there's someone who told me, okay, you know, musanga court ogena maso. My opponent oba counsel lawyer are representing benawabira referring nga senior counsel. Naye what is the shock? Nali ntidde nnyo at the beginning of the case ngamba omusajja nga lawyer waffe muwala mukyala si mukulu nnyo mu mateeka naye nga atugamba tujja wangula naye nga oli senior counsel butugamba kota referring nga senior counsel n'okuntroducinga yaintroducinga abalawyer abalala nga case etandika kati naye ate ndabanga ate omusango taguvuga like bamusinga so lawyer yakava musomera so singa senior counsel.
Like ngabo nkugambye, if a case is good, it's good. Anybody, no matter the years of experience, can win it. If a case is bad, no matter how good you are, even if you're a senior counsel, because for example in the election petition case for Kenya, this last recent election, there were senior counsels on both sides. One side
actually the other side had even more senior counsels.
The one that lost, but Azimio had a bad case and there was no remedy to it. A bad case is a bad case.
But I thought Azimio had a good case. Okay.
Okay, that's politics. Let's not divulge.
No, serious. You can't win this case.
But you see, cases are won on evidence. You get that evidence you jole say maybe truly. You're not going to win.
WhatsApp messages this evidence in court.
Yes. It's referred to as electronic evidence. It's recognized as a form of evidence.
Okay. So yo chetagisa omuntu dirwa aba ku njagala tumenyere omuntu ali alaba video na ali ku Uganda waka YouTube channel anjagala ave wano ngakitegete koti nyingi sima tulima court of appeal simanya high court simanya supreme court low court commercial nagenda kulumwa mwezo court za Kenya wano Kilimani nembula our case yali ku Kilimani commercial court nze nakiri wansi mu low court nentula mu no mulamusajja ntuyimirira bampeza ka message nti wali babambuzi so kanjega otubulire njawulo ki wakati wa low court commercial court is it criminal court era je tumenyana myamu ne hierarchy zaabwe paka ku supreme court.
So the courts of law in Kenya and Uganda are divided into two. There's higher courts and then lower courts. Kati mu lower courts oinam magistrates court. In Uganda you'll hear someone say magistrate grade 1, magistrate grade 2.
There's one in Machindi. I don't know which one is that. There's one in Machindi. When the rest hawkers they are taken there.
That could probably be magistrate like grade 2. So now those are part of the lower courts. Not Ekamnezi tribunal. Then you put in kadhi courts zinezaba silamu, and also.
Is this recognized?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Where Sharia law is the law of the court.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Are you trying to tell my viewers that courtesans is go by Sharia law?
The Kadhi courts, the ones I've talked about, they are part of the lower court system. Kadhi courts.
Do you have such courts in Kampala, in Uganda?
Yeah, we have the Kadhi system as well.
Okay.
Yeah. So then newaberam higher courts. Higher courts start from high court, then you go to court of appeal, then Supreme Court. Now, if I'm start from the top coming downwards, this is how they stand. Supreme Court, Court of Appeal, High Court, Chief Magistrates Court, Magistrate, that's grade 1, grade 2 for Uganda. Then you have tribunals, Kadhi courts, and then the, this thing for the military, it's called the military court. I keep forgetting it. Court martial.
Court martial, yes. Court martial is level.
Court martial is lower.
Hey. But you cannot appeal the court martial decision.
Pardon?
Can you
yes,
appeal?
Because the court martial only deals with people who are subject to the military
so you
acts.
cannot appeal their decision. So
no, within the court martial, na levels.
Oh, na ina levels. Okay. So Jo, kyagala okungamba nti ezo courts musango waliwo misango gyogamba tekisobola genda mu Supreme Court. There are some cases that cannot be heard by Supreme Court, or there are, or even if newe mbaba ngamye nti Pacific yabbye embuzi y'omuntu, I can appeal up to the Supreme Court.
Now you see, usually when you start, baba guarantee no tandikire from the lowest court. Mbadde nerabidde ne ka small claims court. It just started I think in 2019 this side, but Uganda has it as well. So small claims, rather when it comes to a certain matter, they look at a few factors to determine which court you need to file in first. The amount of money or the value of the subject matter. Kati bobo mbuzi nenga mbuzi like the amount to 2 billion.
Yes.
You get tugenda tutandikire no. You've still stolen a goat, but you're going to start from what? Like High Court.
Okay.
So like for this side, small claims court is anything below 1 million. You go to small claims.
You got shillings?
No.
Kenyan money.
Kenyan money.
Okay,
I think it's 1 million Kenyan money. So you start with small claims, but Ghana, you appeal now to High Court.
Okay.
Kati wotandikira ku Magistrates Court, you also appeal, you go to High Court. If at all in High Court it doesn't work out, you appeal, you go to Court of Appeal. If the Court of Appeal has failed, then that's when you go to Supreme Court. But not every matter is going to make it to the Supreme Court or the Court of Appeal. They look at a few factors to determine. So for Supreme Court, it has to be the other kind of matter that affects almost everyone in the country. It's a matter of public interest. You get things like marriage, this come with stay thing. So come with stay affects a very good population.
So when I have my disagreement, misunderstanding between me and the Agaba, so I cannot go to Supreme Court unless
you don't go to Supreme Court directly.
No, as in I can start from the lower court, High Court, whatever. But my case, it's 100%. It cannot be heard by Supreme Court. Because I can take. Okay, what I'm trying to say is, butakanya wange nawe. Nakuguza motoka yange, tonsasula. Tugenze mu court, lower court. Bagambye no, Pacific. Joe is right. He paid you. I said no, he didn't pay me. So I appeal to a higher court. So can I appeal to the Supreme Court?
Now,
for that matter,
let me give you a matter. So like I said, it has to be a matter of public interest. You get for it to make it to the Supreme Court, because that court is very busy. You cannot, not every Tom, Dick and Harry.
Very busy. In a case, eventually,
but you see, do you know how many matters are still in the backlog that need to be sorted?
Really?
Yes. The Supreme Court. The Supreme Court just doesn't sit for any other, frivolous matter. It only sits for matters that are going to affect the public, a public interest matter. For example, in the case of you selling to me a car, let me show you how this kind of matter can make it to Supreme Court. If we had exchanged cash, there maybe it wouldn't have made it to the Supreme Court. But what if maybe I paid you in crypto? Now, crypto is still a gray area. You get? So if I paid you in crypto, then at first instance, the High Court says, yes, he paid you. Even if it was in crypto, he still paid. Then we go to Court of Appeal. Court of Appeal says crypto is not a recognized currency in Kenya. So that means the payment I made, be it in crypto, is not recognized. Netumarao, again, we disagree. Now we take it to the Supreme Court to put a final end to it and say is crypto recognized, or tell us what are the recognized forms of payment. You see,
Katako kanyumide nnyo. Singa osasula omuntu mu currency that recognized by the law,
by the country, the central bank.
Yeah, the central bank. Ne tugenda mu kooti nzikirizo zizaayo okuddiza sente zo. Ogamba nedda. Nze ngamba tanasula gwe ngamba wabasasula mu cryptocurrency. Na crypto Bank of Uganda tegikkiriza. So tebakibalanga transaction. So am I allowed to give you back your crypto, then you give me the currency that is recognized by the bank?
Yes, that's probably what the court is going to say. It's going to say that the first payment, we do not recognize it, so there's no payment that has happened.
So it's up to me to give you back your crypto?
Yeah, give the guy back his crypto and he pays you in cash.
It looks like this kind of Ham's thing.
Ham's thing was a totally different thing. Ham's thing was syndicating of loans. Can a Kenyan bank loan to a Ugandan individual, yet the Kenyan bank is not regulated by the Central Bank of Uganda? That was the issue. So if KCB operates in Uganda and Kenya, can KCB Kenya loan to a Ugandan? Because anybody lending in Uganda has to be regulated by Bank of Uganda. But KCB Kenya is not regulated by Bank of Uganda.
Based on your statement, Kiringa Gamat Ham was right.
Well, now the thing is, everyone is going to have their own perspective to it. But then at the very end of the day, if at all the law says that we recognize syndicated loans, that is the law.
So beyond Supreme Court, you can only appeal to God.
Yeah, after that you appeal to God. This would be East African ESCJ, East African Courts of Judicature. But
that's where Mabilis took President Bobby Wine, President Museveni.
Yes, it's very limited in the matters that it can
even
handle.
I think there was a guy in Kenya who wanted to take the Supreme Court case to East Africa, something like that.
Yeah, but it's very limited in the number of matters that it can handle. But within the local limits of the country, Supreme Court is the highest court of the land.
But do you think that East African court can overturn the ruling of the Supreme Court?
No.
Then what's the purpose of me going there if I know the amount? Chembuza,
you see,
the East African court if Gwentero kwesi yange wa Justice Chief Justice Owinidolo, Supreme Court Uganda, and I don't get I feel like tibampadde bwenkanya, and if I go to East African court, I think it's in Tanzania there. Do you think they can change the Supreme Court Uganda?
Now, usually, not every time that you file a case, it's for winning. At times, you're just trying to persuade that the law should change. You get?
Are you serious?
Yeah, like now.
Who has that man and waste?
They come with the Supreme Court decision on come with recently. It was to be able to force the courts to force the legislature to make laws on come we stay.
Yeah, because
in the very end. So it's the East African Court of Judicature will only Court of Justice. I don't know. It will only give what is called the persuasive precedent. So it will persuade Supreme Court of Uganda, say that maybe he made a mistake here, but it cannot tell Supreme Court of Uganda what to do.
Okay, but Joe, abantu bagamba nnyo nti nno baloya balimba. Nti baloya mulimba okala nedda n'ekintu kyolabirako ddala. Omuntu yassa omuntu. Neno omuweereza. Waliwo cases zijja n'ozigoba ng'ogamba no, kino based on humanity. Sijja kuwolereza.
Yes, for example, now that's the reason as to why I branched out away from criminal law. Criminal law has a way, if you're not a solid person, if you have a very delicate mind, it can eat away at your conscience and you may not be able to represent your client to the best. There are those people who are like sin eaters. You will say, no, yes, I see white and black, but there's a gray area which we need to look at. That is, but you see also, on the other hand, it's not telling a lie. It's interpreting the facts.
It's a lie. Kulimba. In my layman thinking, Nzenganze Pacific. atamanyi mateeka kyegategeeza bannange omusajja yazze wange he came to my door at night he knocked him yamenya oluggi n'ayingira nabba TV yange so what I had was a knife I had to kill him but I want to hire a lawyer like you Joe ntigenda mu court ompolereza I didn't kill this man. How will you convince the judge?
Now you see when you reach the court we never tell lies, we interpret the truth. Now when yeah now,
you don't tell lies.
I'm not going to court. You cannot come and tell me how to work the case. I'm not going to go to court and say that Teyamuse. I'm going to go and say Yamuse yes, but what are the reasons behind Okumuta? For example, if Pacific in that same scenario, you killed me because there's what they call self-defense. Self-defense can be a defense at law. You can say that I killed him because he was about to kill me myself. So I killed him in self-defense. So me as the lawyer, I'm going to argue that yes, he killed him, but it was out of self-defense. Also, on the other hand of it, it's because he was involuntarily intoxicated. They poured him like in the whatever, or he's insane.
So goes to the room court.
Yes, oh, he's insane. But that doesn't mean. So I'm not going to tell the court a lie that Wamuse. I'm going to tell the court that yes, Wamuse, but what led you to kill him? This
so
person?
yo ola kando kanyumire nnyo. Wala mukwano gwange eyo. Makagaba gwabadde kugambako. Makagaba akayana. Twali tuliyoka mu nyumba. Tukayana naye. Nga tukayana ku bigambo bino bibiri. Manslaughter and murder. Yes, manslaughter and murder. Yes. Njawulo ki tunyonyole, what's the difference between manslaughter and murder?
Okay, so katutandikire ku definition. Definition, murder is taking a life with intention. Manslaughter is taking a life but without intention. Now, for you to establish murder, you need two aspects. Number one is what they call the mens rea. Number two is what they call the actus reus. The mens rea, the mens rea is the guilty mind.
You guys who are watching, thank you very much for watching. We are at School of Law. This is the end of our conversation, part 1, with lawyer, advocate, senior counsel, Zamita brother Jo. Banenga musajja lawyer. Tusomye bingi nnyo mu part 1. Part 2 yagenda okuddako. Thank you very much guys. Subscribe and share with your family and friends. Thank you for watching.